Starting the stream. I don't know how many of these I'm gonna have to test before I get done with it. It's just insane. How many have I tested now? I don't even know. I don't even know anymore. I, like 203. That's what I wrote for this one. I think it's more. I don't know how many I've tested so far. Is it audio seems to come out pretty clear. Yeah, it sounds like it's coming out clear. How about I is it? Yeah, I do think it's coming out clear. Whoops. I think I went out live. Okay, so is it just the numbers? Are there really people watching right now? If there are, then hello and welcome to this test stream. 203. I don't know how many I've made off camera. I think I did something wrong because I was supposed to do this one um, off camera. I mean, like on camera, but not live. Um, I've been trying to solve my toothing issues with the audio that cuts out and stuff, and I think I've found settings inside OBS that will allow me to stream without the audio just being all messed up with glitches and stuff. The problem is that I still have like problems with my broadband. So what I've done so far is that I have actually called my broadband provider and I have now entered an agreement with them. So they're gonna up my upload streaming thing so that I have like way more, like I don't know, like 5 times more upload speed than I had before. Plus, they're sending me a new router, so it's probably going to be more stable since it turns out that the old one was 7 years old. So, streaming is probably going to be pretty nice in the future. Can I get the live chat on this one? Is it? Oh, yeah, there we go. Hey, live. Yes, I am live. So yeah, I do have uh, I do have Drambo here, and you're not supposed to see this until my Drambo video comes out. But what I've been building for a whole week, I just spent one whole week just building this thing, and it is a Groovebox, basically. So right now it's like 6 or 8 channels. I don't know exactly how many channels, but I'm not quite done with it. And I wanted to build a Groovebox that I can just, pull up and work on. I've got Grooveboxes over here. I've got hardware Grooveboxes, but with this one it's fun because it's a modular synth basically with a sequencer in there, and I kind of like that. So hello to everyone, Electronic Sounds. You got Meerkat's Music, Christopher Wilson. Um, yeah, if you stick around real quick, I can give you like a sneak what this thing actually does. I hope the audio isn't gonna kill everyone's ears. So I've been basically just trying to make something that I can quickly just start up and use my Nano Studio, the core controllers that I use, like the Nano Studio keys and the Nano Studio controller. So both of them are mapped to stuff in here, and mapping MIDI inside Drambo is it's not fun. It's not fun. I wish there were other ways of doing it. I maybe I'm doing it wrong. I'll just show you real quick. I don't know how well you can see that, but if we go to, for instance, the regular view, and we go to the main here, you can see that we have these channels with all the modular stuff in it. And what I've done is I mapped my controller, my the fader controller from the Nano Control. I mapped it to control the panning and also the volume of all the channels here. And I had to set up this just for that. So each of these modules are basically like one CC number that you're sending to and using like a control to control other controls in here. Um, I don't know exactly if that it is how it's supposed to be done, but that took quite some time to do. And there's like no way of actually putting that into like a module and save it. Not that I found so far, and I don't actually know exactly how I'm gonna go about it. But that's why I'm taking so long to actually make my video on Drambo, because I need to make this as clear as possible. It is one of the best apps I've ever used. It's sick. Do you any of you like use Drambo? Because I mean, there's so many possibilities with it, but I can get how someone just getting into modular or something, or someone who's never used modular before, wouldn't be able to get going with this thing, because you kind of need to know a few things. But as soon as you get how it connects and that you don't have to use any cables, yeah, right. There was a new alternative to OBS that came out a month ago. I'm gonna look for that. All right. Yeah. Thanks for that tip. I'm gonna look for that. Namaskar from Germany. Oh, Sasha. Hey, Sasha. So, um, yeah. Let's listen to the second track in here. Well, it's the same track, but I'm just yeah. Yeah, I have been using this like a lot, like a lot. I don't know. I say I've been working on this for a week, but the thing is that even when I'm not working on this project, I've been doing other stuff, and so I've got loads and loads of projects because there's so much you can do with it. I've got projects that are effect plugins basically, since it can be loaded as an effect unit, and I'm just so pleased with, man, like Jarek did. What Jarek has done with this thing is just insane. It's a modular groovebox. That's the way I see it. I see some people calling it a DAW. I wouldn't call it a DAW since it doesn't have audio tracks. But it is definitely like a modular production platform. It's weird and wonderful in so many ways, and I can't wait to show this to people. But I have to, since there's so much. Stereo, nice sound of stream. Oh, nice. Thank you for telling me that. Yeah, I was a bit like a bit unsure if I was coming through in stereo. Um, I was trying out some stuff with the PO32, and I'm like, why can't I get stereo? Until I realized that I'm an idiot. I mean, this is mono, so why why would why would the audio be stereo? It's so stupid. And then I connected this thing, and I think that I did something wrong when I set it up, because I've been testing so many streams now that you haven't seen. Just today, it must be like 20 today. And the last time I forgot to like do something, and so it went out live. Bo Beats mentioned it. I will drop you a link if you can find it. Yeah, please do that, because if there's an alternative. But here's the thing: I've just completely gone into learning everything I can about OBS, and now I feel like I actually know it. So I might not actually switch over to anything else. And I can also say, by the way, talking about something completely different, um, my new speakers from IK Multimedia, the bigger iLoud ones. Uh, Oh, oh, yeah. Like, wow. I'm I'm thoroughly impressed. I was impressed back when I met up with the IK Multimedia team back at Toman. And so what happened there was that I heard these, and I already had the small iLouds, and I loved them because of the bass. And then I heard these, and I'm like, the clarity of the sound and the fact that it had an arc system, that it's been completely like phase calibrated between the tweeters and the woofers. Oh, it sounded so good. So I'm like, can't you send one of these to me? And they're like, but they're really new. We don't have any. Like, yeah, but the first pair you have, can't you send them to me? And they're like, sure, maybe. I just nagged at them, send them to me. I mean, come on, I can properly test them out. Well, they finally did, but I had to do some work for them too, also. That's just the way it goes, I guess. It's fun to work with IK Multimedia because it's one of the few companies that really supports creators, YouTubers and bloggers and stuff. They're so easy to work with, and I also like the stuff they're making. And these monitors, it's not strange that so many like big music production blogs out there and magazine have been reviewing this and giving these like really high praise. They're really good. It's insane how good they are. So if you have a chance to listen to them, if you're considering buying monitors, you should definitely just go and listen to them if you have an opportunity to do that. Don't do it if you're low on money because you're probably gonna want them once you listen to them. Drambo, yeah, it is Drambo, and it's so sick. I've seen a lot of people struggle with Drambo, simply because they don't realize that it's a modular synth. And the brilliant thing with this one is that it's. I mean, what's the other app you have? Like Myrac. I love Myrac too now. And the difference from Myrac to this one is that you never touch any cables. You just load everything in towards the right. So if you want your MIDI and stuff, you load that first, and then you want your oscillator. But what I usually do is I put an envelope in first, because if you put an oscillator in first without the envelope, you're gonna blow out your ears, because that's how modulars work. But people who don't know that, I've seen some comments on what was it, like Audiobus forum or iPad musician group. A lot of people like blew out their ears because they didn't realize this thing. And I think it is because it doesn't exactly look like a modular thing instantly. It kind of looks like Groovebox thing because of the sequencer and everything. Um, so I want to help those people just appreciate what this thing can do. Cable-less modular is what will win Jacob over. Yeah, you're damn straight. But here's the thing. I've had my eye on the Arbhar module from Instruo. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly because I think the name is in Gaelic or something like that. But that module, that grain thing from Instruo, it's like having what do you call it? What's Oh my God, how did I forget the name of one of the best apps ever made? I just made a huge video about it. What uh, Borderlands Granular? Sorry. The Arbhar module is like having Borderlands Granular, but in a module, in a Eurorack module, and it costs some money, and that's why I haven't gone for one, because I simply don't have that. But will I save for one? Well, if they keep making it for a few years, because you know how some maybe you don't know, but some modules will just exist for a time and then they go out of production. And I hope it doesn't do that before I have the chance of actually getting one. Yeah, I will definitely make a lot of Drambo stuff, because it's gonna need that. But the first video I'm gonna put out is just gonna be this mind blower kind of thing, just showing the possibilities of it, more that than just tutorial. And then I'll fill in with tutorials later on, because I just need to keep those tutorials really separate and really well constructed so that anyone can just pick up on it. I'm thinking that a lot of modular users are probably don't have any problems with it. They know how this stuff works. But for beginners, yeah, it's really, really hard to get into. Are there any new apps that I have missed this past month? Because this past month I've only been doing this. I've been focusing on that DAW video I put up and messed up, and I haven't really been, checking out everything else. I did a quick check on Discord.com, but if there's anything new that you know of that you think I should check out, then just tell me in the chat here. It's so hard to keep up with everything. There's just too many things coming out. And last year, when it came to like effect apps, oh, way too many that came up. Yeah, it's just way too many. I had a real problem just going through the list I made, just checking which one I was supposed to review and which one I needed to check and everything. Evolver from Four Pockets. Yeah, I saw that one. And Touchscaper Media Out. Yeah, and Touchscaper is an app that I never had time to really get into because it's a deep app. And usually, I can't remember the name of the guy who makes them. If you know the name of the guy, just type it in there. But he does some awesome stuff, and he's done a lot of awesome stuff in the past too. And I like his apps. It's just that I'm so limited of time, so I just have to choose where I focus my time all the time. I keep repeating myself, I think. So how are you faring out there during the madness? I don't want to say the name thing of the thing going on right now, because YouTube is acting weird when you say stuff like that. The algorithm will detect what you're saying, and it might put it, it might push it to people who aren't necessarily interested in what we are interested in here, you and me. So that's why I don't want to say that thing in the videos. Most of the time when something big happens in the world, around, you know, everything involving politics or something else, accidents, or I just try to keep my channel as straightforward, doing the same thing as always, because I want people to find the channel and come here and feel like everything is just going on as usual. Nothing weird here. Let's just have fun. Um, Mm, I had someone email me about that saying like, "Hey, shouldn't you talk about all the big things going on?" And I'm like, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that a lot of people are doing that, and there are channels that do that. And for people that need that kind of thing, it's not too hard to find a channel that does that. On my channel, I just want you to come here and, enjoy yourself, basically, I think. But I still want to ask you, since this isn't the main channel, this is the live stream channel, and we can talk about everything we want. I did this question. I, I posted a question to my patrons the other day, and they told me a lot about the areas where they live. I can't disclose what they said because, of personal stuff, but um, it's very different depending on where you are in the world. Some people living in California are struggling, for instance, and some people living over here aren't struggling that much. I happen to live in an area where we got hit pretty hard, um, considering the populace of Sweden, basically. So the percentage it's not super high, but it was pretty high, and it was in this area. And that's I wouldn't say it's scary, but of course it worries me, even though I almost never go out. I never go outside. It's let's just find ways to improve. Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing, though. I remember when a lot of people started talking about, hey, let's do more now. Let's do more streaming. Let's make more videos now that this thing is going on. And I'm like super stressed. I'm like already using up all my time to do what I already do. I can't do more than this. Uh, yeah. Now, I wanted to live stream more. I wanted to live stream more on this channel. And every weekend since the first official one, I've had this plan of just announcing it 2 days before and doing it. And what I've been doing in those days, I've been testing it, and I've still had those same audio clicks. Some of you who are here, you were there in the first stream, the official one, official. Um, and you could hear those clicks and pops. Are you getting those now? Are you getting clicks and pops in your audio listening to this, because that's what I've been trying to solve, and I think I have managed to solve it so far. The clicks and pops, I think they're gone. So just let me know if you're getting anything of that, just audio cutting out or clicking or popping. I need to fix that first. Someone already told me it's going out in stereo. That's great. I've finally solved that thing. Stereo. Um, just need to get rid of the clicks and pops. And the next thing is I might change out the camera. And in 3 days, I'll get the new router and I'll have the new broadband speed also activated in 3 days. And so it looks as if I'll be able to stream here way more regular now. And it won't feel bad because, yeah, nothing this way. That's great. That's great. I want to thank you all for coming here and showing up, even though it's unannounced. I mean, it's even harder for people to find me here since they aren't subscribed here. There's like 300 subscribers on this channel, and so they're not gonna find out. Audio Kit 808 Boom from Samuel Lindemann. Yeah, yeah, of course. I saw that app. I just didn't have time to review it because I was working on the DAW app and something else. And I also got this like 2 docutorials I've been working for. One of them I've been working on since last year, and I haven't been able to finish it because I'm missing some pieces. And the other one is another app that was updated this year that has been vital for the iOS music community. It's just I need to make it done. You know, I need to get it done. Eventide Thrasher. Okay, that's one I missed. I missed that one. What is that? It sounds like a distortion effect or a saturator or something like that. Is that what it is? Definitely sounds like it. Can we get some? Oh, oops. Oh, come on now. Did I mess that up? Let me just fix that. Get it down like that. Let's pull down on the volume here. I want to have some minor music in the background. See if we can run that. Are you getting some? Are you getting some low music in the background? Because yeah. Okay. So I just hope it's not too loud. So it's very low. Okay. I'll try a little bit higher. I just don't want to have to scream over the music, you know, because that's kind of annoying. That's I have a hard time watching videos when people do that, you know, when people are making videos and they're talking over loud music. I can't take that. That's why you usually hear me in my videos. I do the demo and then comes the talking part with very low background music, like a background track in the background. Is that better? Thank you. All right. Awesome. Awesome. Right. So, I mean, I've seen a lot of people start streaming now, and a lot of my viewers. I've seen some of my viewers, a lot or some, I don't know exactly, but I've seen some of my viewers starting streaming themselves, which is pretty awesome, actually. I mean, it's so simple. You just need a smartphone and the YouTube app if you want to do that. You can, of course, stream right to Instagram and Facebook. And with my new uploading thing coming in 3 days, I have enough broadband power, so I'll be able to stream simultaneously on at least 2 platforms. So I think I'll be doing like Instagram and Facebook, Instagram and here on Jakob Haq Live at the same time. That might be fun. Some people just don't want to go away from Instagram. Once they're in on Instagram, they're just gonna keep on being on Instagram. I've tried getting people that like, hey, come over to my channel. You find the whole video there, and they're like, yeah, but can't you do like whole videos on on Instagram? I'm like, no, no. I need that big format. I know there's IGTV, but I found it a little bit no. That I like YouTube. I don't like everything about YouTube, but I like being on YouTube, you know. By the way, what other channels are you watching? It could be anything. Why don't you type it down there? I don't care if it's like traveling vlogs or anything, you know. Just type down there what you're watching. Um, Myself, I watch a lot of gaming because I'm a gamer too. I'm almost as much of a gamer as I am a musician or a producer. It's my second big passion in life, and it's the only way that I get to relax. I don't get to relax from going on a vacation. I go on a vacation to a hut in the forest so that my girlfriend can relax, and that way it's kind of relaxing for me too because I know that she's enjoying herself, right? But I kind of, yeah, I know otter channels. Do you watch any otter channels? We have lots of otters over here, by the way. What games do I play? Okay, this is where it can get dangerous because if I say what games I play and what games I don't play, some gamers are gonna get heated. Are you like that, Anthony? Are you a heated gamer? Are you gonna hate me if I don't like a certain game? But you know, it's okay if you do. So what games I usually play are, I like solo games. I don't like playing online. I've never liked playing online, even though I have in the past. I used to play like a lot of StarCraft and Warcraft back way back in the day, like 007 or stuff like that. I've also played a lot of Halo, you know, in the past when it comes to that. But nowadays, it's, to be honest, it's mostly been solo games. Games like Fallout, for instance. Played a lot of that. Only the solo games. I haven't played 76 or whatever it's called. But like Fallout 1, 2, 3, 4, New Vegas, all of those, I play those, and I'll play them over and over and over and over. I'm so addicted to them that it actually became a problem for me, a true problem. That's the way I am, but I've kind of been able to stave off that, and I try to play games that are now shorter. So I also like games like Inside, games like Limbo from Play Dead Games, like wonderful games. Far Lone Sales, games like that, 2D platformers that just they give you this experience of this weird world. So you love the Fallout franchise too. I gotta ask you, Anthony, which of the Fallouts do you like the best? Just which one do you like the best? I want to know. I need to know, man. I need to know. Like, people have some really strong opinions about that. If you're depressed, Sasha, what games do you play when you are depressed? But by the way, Sasha, do you like puzzle games like The Room, for instance? I kind of like those. You know, they give like instant reward, very nice sound. As a sound designer, The Room is very nice to play because there's some really nice sounds in there. Fallout New Vegas, that's my favorite too. That's definitely my favorite. Anthony, did you play the Outer Worlds? Did you like that one? By the way, from Obsidian, I kind of liked it. I kind of liked it actually, and I'm looking forward to some DLC for that one. Oh, the videos. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, this just turned into like a gaming chat suddenly. If there's anyone in the chat that has any questions for me, just feel free to ask them. I usually have a lot of viewers that just watch and never ask. Maybe that's because you like doing it that way. But if you have any questions you want to ask, anything, basically anything about the apps or something like that, might give me ideas for future episodes. Not yet. Looking to buy it soon, right? Yeah, Fallout has been like this big thing for me in my life. Really big thing, because I like escaping the real world. I like running away from it, you know. And that game is really good at doing that until it crashes, but you just restart it and you're back in, right? Break a few NDAs. Yeah, I won't do that, Samuel. Won't do that. Not gonna do that. Here's the thing though. most companies don't ask me to write NDAs. They want to show that they trust me. But some companies, they won't even pick up, like they won't even chat with you unless you you sign an NDA. And in the beginning, I was kind of like off put it by that. So usually when someone say, here's a paper, sign it, I'm like, nope. And I stopped talking. But I realized that it's kind of stupid. I get why they want to protect themselves, you know. I get that. And so nowadays I usually read the NDA, and so I take like 1 or 2 days before I send it back, so that I know what I'm signing. Hello Hack. Hello Hack. Oh, hello Hack. Oh, now I get it. Yeah. Hey, iOS Traken. I don't know if I'm saying that right. We're talking games. We're talking apps. I've got Drambo playing in the background with a Groovebox that I've made. Took me over a week to make, and that might be one thing that makes people kind of stay away from it. But I think that if we can get the community to share patches, there might be an even bigger need or want for Drambo. I think it's worth. I think it's worth just getting to try out, and I'm sure that I've actually seen some patches already from people, you know, putting out some awesome patches for this thing. And yeah, if we can all share, I will of course be sharing some patches, you know, myself. Some I can't because I've got my own stuff in there, but I will be sharing patches for this one. Yeah, I mean, you gotta. It kind of helps out and might push the app further and the community further to create some awesome stuff. I believe there's a lot of patches for Drambo already. Yeah, me too. I haven't actually checked out if there's like a forum or stuff for this. Is there a forum for Drambo already? Like with people sharing patches? Maybe I should, if there is, maybe I should sign up. 200 patches so far. Whoa. Have you tried the new Ting app by Klevgren? Yeah, and no, I haven't had time to. I think that the dev sent me a code for it, but I haven't had time like doing it, because right then was when I was towards the end of the editing with the DAW video, the big DAW video, and I was deciding whether I should do an animated Jakob in there or if I should do face cam Jakob. If I did a face cam Jakob, it would have taken 2 or 3 days longer, and it was already 1.5 weeks since I posted last time. Since I wanted to post instantly, I decided to do an animation. So I started doing that around the same time I got that code. So that's why I haven't even, I'm probably gonna have to buy the app anyway. And that's, most developers don't know this. They send me the code. I don't use it because I don't have time right then. I'll go and buy the app when I have time to review it. I've done that with most of the app the past year, and yeah, for a year or something like that. I just don't have time. I'm way behind on the schedule. Drambo forum is down at the moment. Whoa. Boy. That's okay, but there is a Drambo forum. I'm just gonna look it up and put it into a note so I won't forget. I'll have to mail myself a note, otherwise I'll forget to check it out. Yeah. By the way, how are you feeling like more creative now that a lot of people have to stay home now because of obvious reasons, but are you feeling more creative? I'm not feeling more creative. I'm just feeling a little bit more pressure because a lot of people want to watch a lot of videos now. I mean, I haven't been able to finish a track now for some time, and I wanted to finish like an album by the end of the year. That's not gonna happen. I'll be happy if I manage to do that like next year. Yes and no. Yeah, well, it's like whenever I feel pressured, it doesn't work. I mean, if I'm doing a job for a client, then yeah, I kind of have to. But that's why I usually don't take those types of creative work for clients, because I don't want to feel pressured. I want to feel like I want to do it. Let's see here. When you get Ting, you like it. Yeah, I've seen some of the videos about the Ting. Ting, the way you pronounce that in Swedish is ting, and it means things or a thing. Basically, it's the same thing in English and Swedish. Post a lot of AM session videos. Need to translate them into albums. Yeah, and that's kind of the hard thing though. When you do something, I do this a lot. I do something live, and then I realize I want to do like an album with it, and this is where it starts to get to me, because now I want to do it like proper, and so I start setting up big sessions where I export all the audio, move it into something, and I start setting up all the channels, and I start working on it, and then suddenly I'm just run out of time because I need to get a video out. That is something that always like is like an what do you call it, like an obstruction right there, the channel, even though I love doing it. When it comes to the music has to take the backside for me. But I still when I do have time, you know, I just put up a video. I have 2 days. 2 days where I don't need to do anything, and so I have time to make music. Do I do it? Yeah, I try to, but now I feel forced, like I'm forcing myself, and so inspiration goes away. Yes, I do actually master my stuff on iPad. I do, and what I use is Cubases basically. So I'm using right now. I'm using like FabFilter stuff to master stuff, but nothing that has been put out. Like the Mellow album, I mastered that inside Cubases too. But what I've done there is I've tried to. I mean, the audio of the Mellow album is already like this, very smooth. It's not like I had to do anything with compressors really. What I needed to do was to add a little bit of loudness without, like, just bringing it up without doing anything about the dynamics. I did not want to lose whatever little dynamic was in there, because it's already like this. If you listen to it, there's kind of a full sound to it. So I just used the maximizer from what they're called. What are they called? I gotta check that out. Let's see here. Cubases. What's it called? I can't remember. Is it Waves? Yeah, it's Waves. That's right. It's Waves. Checked it out. Auditor is an awesome. Yeah, I've seen that Jim, the audio dabbler, has been doing some videos for Auditor, and it looks very like interesting and competent. I'm gonna check it out. I don't know if I'm gonna make any videos for it. I like the ones that Mitch makes. Yeah, it's definitely the Waves one. Audio track to expand dynamics. Yeah, I mean the Wave stuff is good, but since I got the FabFilter ones, I'm gonna keep using the FabFilter ones. The Bark Filter, no, I have Bark Filter, but that's another one of those apps that just got swept under the rug real quickly. Even though it's a good one, I never had time to go back to it. I'm hoping that someday I'll be able to go back to it, but you know, for now it's not happening right now. I need to get my docututorials ready. People really like those, and I like making them. Plus, I always get when I make a tutorial, I get to bring a developer up to, you know, to the surface to breathe, and so that people can you know, I almost say pet him. I mean praise him. Yeah, I like carrying developers around so that people can pet them. Don't quote me on that, all right? Don't quote me on that. But yeah, I just like lifting developers. You know, I like pointing out who it is that like the people behind the tools that we make, the people enabling us, you know, through their coding and their in design work and everything, you know, to make what we want to make, to be creative. I think that they deserve some love, you know, and that's what I like about the docututorials. I get a chance of doing that. It's not just about me and this channel, it's about them and the app and everything. I mean, I get to put myself in there through my music and the demos I make with it, you know, showing what you can do, but I want it to be about the app and the developer. So what app should we praise now? You should praise Drambo, yeah, by Jarek, yeah, because this one is it's great. It's great. KORG will win my cash without questions. Yeah, I mean, in most cases, when it comes to KORG hardware and KORG software, I wouldn't want to live without much of the stuff I've got from them, and I regret so much selling off the Electribe series stuff I had and the Chaosilator ones. I could have done without the KP1 and KP2, maybe even the KP3, but I would have liked to kept the red KP Chaos Pad 3, the big one, the Pro, and the big Pro also. I would have liked to kept those when it comes to Chaosilators. But when it comes to the Electribes, I should have kept them all. I should have kept them all, but I couldn't, because that was a very different time for me. Very different time. I needed to sell that off in order to get money to do something stupid with it. So, just life choices. Yeah, life choices. Just have to live with it. I'm on beta for that. Long time. Beta. What are you a beta on? By the way, did we talk about something right now that I just forgot? You know how I forget stuff. Whenever I forget stuff, I have to make a video about it, because that's the way I am. So don't force me to make a video about this. I forgot something that Samuel said during a stream. He said that he was on a beta test, and I'll do a 15-minute special about that. A 15-minute special of how I forgot something that Samuel said. Auditor getting some new features. I've only seen Isotope so far. Oh, really? Because I love Isotope. I still have an old license for Isotope, and I still have it installed on the old computer that I can't use anymore because it's way too old. Way too old. I'm on Drambo beta. Right, yeah, I'm on the beta too. And so I'm waiting for something to happen there. I don't want to put out my video if there's something big coming. You know, if there is something big coming, I need to be able to feed that into my video. I don't like putting out a brand new video I've spent maybe 150 hours on editing and working on, and then there's this big thing that comes out and I'm not talking about it in my video. Yeah, I need it there. Spectrum View will come to Auditor. Oh yeah, I would love that. That's something I do miss on iOS, yeah? Going from desktop and laptop over to the iOS platform, not being able to properly just see like what's going on in the audio, it's a bit frustrating. And working within something like Cubase's, only being able to have one plugin window open at one time, it's kind of horrible. That's why I like the FabFilter Pro Q series, the Pro Q3, because that one allows me to really view the frequencies, at least not like a proper like 3D spectrum or anything like that, but it allows me to have a visual feedback while I'm doing my EQing. It's great. Love that. Want that. Let the cat out of the bag. Is there a cat here? Is there a bag? Is there a bag with a cat? Is there any app to jam online? Oh yeah, that's all right. So I'm always the wrong person to ask about that, because I never know, and I feel embarrassed about it. There are plenty of apps that will allow you to collaborate with people, and I don't use those because I don't collaborate with people. If I do collaborate with people, it will be very different than something like that. But online jamming, I don't know. Hello, Andrew. I'm afraid of reading your name out, because I'm a Swedish guy speaking broken English, and so I might say something really weird, and I don't want to offend you. But Andrew, I'm gonna call you Andrew. Hello, Andrew. FabFilter is great, but I'm pretty happy with tone boosters. Yeah, I mean, if you're happy with that, then you're happy with that. And that's what I always tell people. Like, people tell me, which one is the best? And I'm like, what do you need? Seriously. People don't like it when I say that, usually. I mean, sure, a lot of my viewers seem to like my videos, but when I meet people out in the open, it's not that often, but when I do and we talk about it and they ask me, which one is your favorite, which one is the best. And I'm like, what do you need? What are you looking for? Why are you asking? What are you doing? What are you planning on doing? There's always way more depth into every question. There's something that a person needs, and in order for me to make my tutorials, I need to listen to people. Yeah. And if I don't understand what it is they're looking for, then my question might come off as nonsense to them, and you'll end up in this argument session instead. And it's not like that I want to stay away from arguments. I just want to help people out. And so if it turns into an argument, I've done something wrong. You know, if I can't find what it is they like, then I haven't listened properly. That's kind of how I treat my channel too. I try to listen, and sometimes I fail. Did you know I actually spent half an hour arguing with a guy because I thought that he didn't understand something, and he ended up also thinking that I didn't understand him, and he was right. So that turned out into like a 15 comment, like a length of 15 comments back and forth between us, trying to tell the other one stuff. And then I realized that I misread the first sentence that he wrote. See, that's dumb, but it's so easily, you know, it's easy to do when you're assuming stuff instead of really looking at what you're doing, really taking it in. The best of the best value. Yeah, and that's also a thing. Value, like, what do you put value in? I mean, I've seen people put value into, for instance, do you know how often, guess how often I buy shoes? Guess how often? How often does Jakob buy shoes? Like, is it once a year? Is it 2 times a year? Maybe I buy 3 a month. Do I buy once every 10th year or 5th year? How often do you think I buy shoes? Because I'm not like most people when it comes to stuff like that. Every 5 years, Anthony says. A pair a year. A lot. Right. Okay. Yeah, I buy new shoes when the old one breaks down. Yeah, and here's the thing. I'll walk around with a pair of shoes that have holes in them straight through the heel, and I'll just shift my balance over to the toes more, so I won't, you know, step the heel down, you know, into the on the ground. And that's what I did with my last pair of shoes, and I had those for I think 8 years, and then I bought a new pair because my girlfriend got angry with me. Pants, same thing. For me, clothes, I don't go out and buy branded clothes or look for stuff all the time to make myself look nice. If I didn't get all this stuff from companies, I wouldn't have any shirts that are whole. And in some of the videos, you can actually see me with some broken clothes. And I mean, that's just, I look like a hobo, I look like a bum, but I don't care. I don't care. If I'm inside and I'm sheltered from the elements of the weather, you know, then why would I need any clothes? In fact, I should probably start doing all of my videos butt naked. How about that? Do you think that would bring views? Or maybe maybe I'd lose a lot of viewers over that. Maybe I shouldn't do that. I should at least be wearing maybe like a towel, paper towel or something like that. I just Ika jeans. Yeah, Samuel, I'm the same way. I'll go to something called Myrornas here in Stockholm, which is like a place where you can buy used clothes. And so I'll buy used jeans. And here's the thing. There are people out there that buy like a new pair of jeans every second week or every month. And then they go to this place and they will put these clothes here with this, just give it to them. It's like a charity, they give it to them. And then the money they sell, they help people who are homeless and stuff with the money. So I'll go there, I'll buy my clothes there. And so I have a jacket that is now like almost 10 years old. It's a winter jacket. It looks like a French flag, and it's really warm. Great. It's a very nice brand, and it's made for, you know, wearing in the Alps, like some proper clothes for skiers. You know, if you're doing skiing, and a new one would cost you in dollars it would cost you maybe like $600. I paid, what was it, like $40 for that thing, and it was like brand new because someone just wanted to switch out their jacket and put that one in there. It just, what? I'm gonna be wearing that jacket until I die. That jacket will be, even if it's broken, you know, it's gone in through like a meat machine that cuts everything up. I'm gonna be wearing that thing because I love that jacket. If it still keeps me warm, yeah, why not? Hmm. No thanks. Oh, you wouldn't like it if I'm butt naked on video? Come on, man. Don't be like that. I don't even know if you are, man. Maybe I shouldn't assume stuff, but hey, YouTube statistics is telling me that most of my viewers are dudes. So yeah, I guess so. I just don't want to exclude anyone if there are any women watching my content. I'm not excluding anyone. Everyone needs Drambo. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. Buying new stuff is great. Yeah, I do that a lot, and it's same with the furniture we have at home. My girlfriend is very good at just finding stuff that people just want to throw away. She'll grab it and bring it home. And a few years ago, I told her that you seriously need to stop this. She stopped. She had to, because our home was filling up with stuff we couldn't use. It was just starting to stack on top of each other, you know. But yeah, reusing stuff and not throwing it away, I like doing that, which is kind of a weird spot to be in when you're demoing tech online, especially stuff like iPads and iPhones, because people switch those out all the time. And but then again, a lot of my viewers and myself, we are still using our old stuff, right? I mean, if there's a use for it, then we're gonna use it. It's not gonna end up in a landfill somewhere, because that's the worst thing you could do when you pull all of that gold, all of that copper, all of that stuff that you have inside there, the aluminum or aluminium, depending on if you're British or if you're American. Both are just as valid if you say aluminum or aluminium. But all of that stuff pulled out of the dirt with the polymer, the plastics and everything, and then ending up in a landfill is a big no-no. Yeah, I still use my first gen iPad mini too. Yeah. Where is it? I think it's out in my living room. Yeah. So, what? Sorry for that loudness. Exactly. How long have we been streaming for? I gotta check this. Is this stream still like stable on your end? Cause I've got myself in the headphones, coming with a lag, watching a stream here, and I'm quite surprised that the stream hasn't died yet. Really? It's stable? That's great. And the audio is still coming through? Let me just turn this off now. Sound is lagging a bit. Alright, okay. That is something I can actually fix. And I'm gonna wait just a few days until I get my new router so I can set it all up. But it looks like I've been streaming for like an hour. I think do you think I should let this video be up? I mean, it's kind of like, kind of incoherent, I don't know. Yeah, I'll let this video publish, and I'll make some timestamps so that people, if people come back and watch this, they at least have some timestamps so they can jump through everything. So you're watching you at work. What do you work with, Anthony? What do you work with? I'm always interested in seeing what people are working with. I mean, especially now, you know, when a lot of people just can't go to work because of the thing. The thing. The thing. By the way, The Thing is my one of my absolute favorite movies. Absolutely love that. That's isn't that Carpenter? That's Carpenter, isn't it? Is it Carpenter? Is it Carpenter? No. Is it? No. No. Is it? Ah, I'm losing my head here. Uh, yeah. Middle school custodian. Right. Do you enjoy your job? Do you like your job? Like, is it like a place you would miss if you couldn't go there? I talked to my girlfriend about that. You know, since she's stuck at home now, but she's doing kind of good because I helped her build a little office space, and so yeah, she feels at home. She's got like plants and stuff around her, like all the plants. We have like this avocado plant that we've been growing for quite some time now. It's getting really big with these big leaves, and they're like right hanging over her, so she's kind of shaded in there in her office space with her table and the MacBook and everything. Carpenter, yes. Yes, Carpenter. Yeah. I also like Ridley Scott's movies. In fact, late at night today, when I'm done scripting some parts for a video, I'll probably rewatch Alien 1 again. I just can't help myself. I must have seen that movie 100 times over. And no, I'm not, this is not hyperbole. No, I'm not being hyperbolic. I have probably watched it over 100 times. The Alien movie is just, oh, it's just greatest. The Thing, same thing there. Same thing there. I just cannot stop watching that movie. Same thing with Blade Runner, the original one, like that one too. And I recently, I didn't know this, but my girlfriend told me that she had never seen the movie The Andromeda Strain. And I'm like, you haven't? And so we watched it last week, and she fell in love with that thing, which doesn't surprise me. I mean, it's one of the best movies I've ever seen. Have you seen that? Anyone? So we're talking games, we're talking movies, we're talking apps, we're talking everything because this is Jakob Haq live, and I created this channel so that I could feel really comfortable talking about anything, streaming anything. I'll probably be doing some Drambo live stuff, building a building session where we just start from a patch, like scratch from making a patch, making it into something. How to make a groovebox, how to do a drum thing, how to do this synth and that, how to make it into an effect plugin. I think that would be cool. Yeah. Yeah, it is a really good movie. So, I'll be rechecking this stream just to see how laggy the audio is. Does it work with using the iPad as instead of the mirror as a camera? Does that work for you? Is that okay? I mean, I know I'm far away, but I think it's a little bit more fun just having that thing there. And I don't have to angle everything in a specific way. I can just put it up like this and just start streaming. I think it looks okay. Just wanted to check that before I end the stream because I'll be doing that. I know this is another unannounced one, but it wasn't even supposed to be a live stream from the beginning. I was supposed to be doing some tests, just some tests to see if I had fixed the audio glitching. Right, it's a thumbs up. That's good. Thumbs up is good. That's great. Works great. Like these streams. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, so yeah, I'm probably gonna end this stream now. Thank you so much for joining up, and thank you for giving me feedback about the stream and how it works. I feel way I feel way more comfortable now going forward with this channel and everything. And as soon as I get that new router in the middle of the week, I am gonna yeah it's gonna be awesome because it's gonna be a really stable upload, and I'll be able to stream at multiple platforms at the same time. Plus, I am gonna get a new microphone because this one it doesn't sound good at all. Yeah, so I'm gonna get something that sounds better at least, maybe like a lavalier or something. Um, I mean, I'm using. I'll show you what I'm using here. There we go. So right now I'm using the iRig Stream. And what I like about it is that it has these inputs, so I can just run the input from the iPad, so it's simple. But it also takes like regular headsets. So if you're using like phone headsets and stuff, it will just take that. That's nice. It's very, very nice. Not bad. So take care, everyone. Thank you so much for joining up, and I'll see you in the next stream, which will be really soon. Hopefully by the end of this week on Sunday or something like that. Yeah. So Have a nice day. And now I'm gonna look like, no, stop, wait, I'm gonna say it. As usual, I wish you a very productive week. Now go finger all of your stuff and have a lot of fun doing it. Stopping the stream now. No, stopping the stream now. Nope. Okay.